Hey guys, hope you're all well. Right, one more fabrication job which I forgot about because my memory is useless, and I've been doing lots of little jobs to finalise on the bobber. We've got it sat there, and it is, well, apart from this job I'm doing now, it's ready to come off the bench. So I'm going to do this first. And then this will probably be one video, and then the next video will come very quickly and we'll be pulling it off the bench and hopefully starting it in the next one. But we're going to get this fabrication job done first. So to start with, I have a little bit of plate, 2 blocks of thicker stuff. What's that, 5mm, 6mm, whatever it is. They're my jigs. They're not getting. They're not part of the job. They're part of making the job. So we're going to get on with this, and then you'll see what it's going to be. To start with, we're going to plant these 2 bits approximately in the middle. It's all only very roughly cut out because it's got to be trimmed again. So we'll plant that about in the middle. And we're going to sandwich that thin plate in between the 2 thicker plates. Right, so we're going to chase that around that shape. It's going to be a bit, well, not difficult, but hopefully it'll go around because it's a lot to ask of the material. Yes, I could eat it up, but it won't make much of a difference. I may have to put a bit of heat in it if it gets a bit of a struggle. We'll see how it goes. And it'll eventually, hopefully, start going. Right, that'll do to start with. What I'm going to do is grind a bit of that face off now, so it'll help me shape it in with less material to move. Right, you can roughly see it coming into the shape of this block. I'm going to get all the others somewhere near, and then we'll work all the way round it. That's another corner coming in. Right, I'm just going to grind a bit more of this face off now. Just glance over the face now. Right, I'm happy with that. Right, now to get this bit out. Obviously, that can be a little stuck, so we can afford to have a hole in the back of this. That ain't no big issue. There we go. That's the bit we want. Right, that's just the start of it. Now for the rest of it. Right, next bit. I've got this plate that's all marked out and drilled. So what I need to do now is cut that out. Now that can be a bit awkward with the tools I've got, but I'm sure we'll hack away and get it out as neat as we can. They should virtually drop out of there, and then we can dress the rest of it up. Plus the welding will take care of any little bits as well when we weld and dress it back. There we go. Right, I'm just going to file that up a bit neater, and then we'll get to the next bit. Yep, that fits. Right, let's sort that out. Okay, that's got that somewhere near right. What I want to do now is, which way around that? I'm just going to tack that in there so it's flush with this side. Because the hole I've cut out for it's not perfect, but I'm not too fussed about that at this point. So what I've got now is that. Now I need to try and weld all the way around that. We'll just do tacks without bleeding into the little box we've made. And I've got a little trick for that. To try and stop as much weld as possible from bleeding over to the inside of this, I've got this bit of brass bar, so I'm going to do the corners first. So with the brass bar, if I hold it in there as I tack the corners, it should help stop the weld from bleeding into the inside. Or keep it to a minimum. Let's say that. Let's grind that back a little bit to start with. I don't know if you can make that out, but we've just got the corners welded there, and we've kept the radiuses inside the box by holding that brass there. So what I'm going to do now on the flats is hold that brass as I go along and weld the flat bits in. So it should help stop the weld pouring on the inside where it'd be really difficult to dress out. Right, still on the roughing out stage and chopping and changing minds and all that, so I'm going to trim it down a little bit. So it doesn't really need to be that big, so we'll get it all tidied up as we go along. So I'm just going to trim down close to these lines that I've put on it, and then get on with the next stage, whatever that may be. As you know, as usual, we are making it up as we go along. Yeah, that's getting there. What I'm doing here, it's sort of pointless really, but I just wanted it to look different. And I had the idea in my head, so here I am doing it. Right, now we've cut the next bit, put some folds in it. I'm just going to tack that from the back, so basically it holds it in place. We're going to go on and just slowly attack it all the way around the edge. Right, that's about there. Got a couple of little bits here to sort out, and then I can get some black paint on that. Just wanted to do something that was a little bit different. It needs to be totally different to the other side. If you haven't guessed, this is going on the forks. As you remember, I made that little cover to go around the brake cable to sort of make use of the lugs that are there for the front mudguard. As you know, the bike's not running a front mudguard, but I don't like to chop the lugs off just in case somebody changes their mind and wants to run a front mudguard. I don't know. And then all this can come off and they can put a front mudguard on. If you chop them lugs off, it's sort of, yeah, you can no longer do that. So I thought I'd make this side a little bit different, so it looks totally different, if you know what I mean. Because obviously it's not got a brake cable the other side, so it is got to be different. Anyway, I'm going to sort this out a bit, get some black paint on it, and then you'll see the next step. Right, excuse me. Rolling forward to the following day, it's actually about 3 AM in the morning. Lovely time of day. Everybody's in bed out the way. And I get to do stuff without being disturbed. Right, yeah, I was getting on with the little thing we're making, and I painted it, and it started raining outside, and as I've got a bit of a leaky shed, like an idiot, I'd put this, and one of the leaks hit it and went straight in the fresh paint. So I had to start it all over again. So that was the end of that. But anyway, back in primer, and I'm about to put some black on it. I'm going to get the heater on so it dries really quick, and we'll get this fitted on. Also, I've got the stand back, the powder coated one, not the BMW one, and I think we're going to go with the powder coated one. I'm quite happy with it actually. Let's have a look. So there it is, tucked away under there. I think that's all right to use. I think everybody'd be happy with that. Got a nice new spring on there, you can see that down there. It's all nice and fresh. And I know this stand works. So I think we are going to leave it at that. It sort of obviously blends in with the rest of the bike. Yeah, I think that's probably worked out for the better actually, doing that. I've still got the other stand coming. I didn't cancel the order. I said before, you know, people are going to make their money, so, and I'll use it. I will definitely use it on something eventually. Maybe I'll have a problem with my stand on the bike and I've got a spare. I don't know, but it'll get used. But yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. It's not bad at all. It's come out nice. Anyway, I'm going to get this bracket painted. We'll get this fitted. And I think we'll pull the bike off the bench. It'll be on the floor for the first time in I don't know how long. But I won't be able to start it up in this video because, like I say, it's about 3 AM. And I don't think the neighbours would be happy with me. I already, when I was messing about the electrics and I was pressing the horn in one of the other videos, I completely forgot what time it were. Here I am blasting the horn on the bike. I don't watch the clock very much and I forget myself. Anyway, let's get this painted. Righty ho. So I went to all that trouble of doing that to put an enamel badge in there. I'll just rest it in place to start with, and obviously we'll get that level. That was it. That was all it was for. I spotted this little enamel badge on the internet. I thought, oh, I'd love to put that somewhere on the bike, and I tried it in all sorts of places, and no matter what you'd done, it just looked like a badge stuck to the bike. It looked like it had no place. And I thought, you know what, if I'd have known that, I would have made like a little recess for this in the oil tank, the dummy oil tank, or something like that, so it had a place to sit in, so it looked like it was meant to be there, if you know what I mean. It just didn't look right, stuck to a flat surface. I don't know why. It just didn't in my head. So I thought, when I'd realised I forgot to do this side, I thought, yes, I'm going to put it in that, and then that will make this side look completely different to the other side, like I want it to do. I'm probably talking utter nonsense, but that was my idea. So we're going to get that stuck in and get it on the bike. It's just a little bit of extra detail, isn't it? I'm trying to justify myself here. Right, let's get it stuck on. I'm going to see, it's 3M tape, so it should stick all right. Well, supposedly 3M tape. These are UK made as well, so I'm hoping it is decent quality 3M tape. I've got some good stuff if it doesn't stick. Now, I know there's a way up for these Union Jacks, but this one, I don't think it matters because it hasn't got, you can't really make out the thicker white stripe and the thinner white stripe, because what is it? It's normally the thicker white one up there to the flagpole, and there's a particular way that it needs to do if flags are hanging and all that. But like I say, you can't really tell which is the thick and thin white line on this, so it doesn't really matter. because I'd have someone with a bit of knowledge shouting at me for hanging the flag wrong, but we can't because it's all the same. They've probably made it like that for people that don't know which way the flag goes up. Oh yeah, that is really sticky. This is going to be one chance. Oh no, there's a slight gap round it, so we want to try and get that right. In fact, if I just drop it in there, that shouldn't stick, and then I can shuffle it about and get it bang on central, I hope. No, guess what? It's gone and stuck. Yeah, I won't say it. Right, we can sort that. Please don't stick properly. Oh, that's good. We can move it. I need to get that edge over. Oh, that's it. It hasn't stuck properly. We're good. We're good. I'm fussing now on something probably no one's going to notice. There we go. That's the one. Sorted. I'm happy with that. I know it's only a simple thing. And listen, whoever wins the ball, you can take it off if you wish. Put yourself a big mud guard on it. Anyway, let's get it bolted on. Right. One washer. Stainless nuts. Ooh, don't slip. There you go, my arm's in the way in it. I've got me bumblebee jumper on again. I know you all like that. There we go. When you look at the whole thing, it's not sort of massively in your face and sticks out like a sore thumb. Oh, I don't think so. There we go. Made in India, butchered in Great Britain. There's the flag. All sorted. Right, we are pretty much there. Might tidy these wires up a bit. Just little odd jobs like that. You'll notice this. I'm going to try and find a way of getting that off, or just have it under the tank. That was supposed to be right up into the speedo, but with that metal and the bars turning and everything, it would have basically just filed through the headstock of the frame there, and the powder would have been off in no time. So I have not put that up there, hence why it's hanging about there, because the cable is sort of right up against the frame. That's why I haven't put that right up there. I don't think it's hurting there. It'll be under the tank hidden. We'll see how that goes. And we need a bit of a clean up. We need to repolish some of the surfaces again. They're going a bit dull, so we'll sort all that out. Just little odd jobs now, nothing major to do. I'm going to stop thinking about things so I don't keep making stuff for it, because yeah, quite a lot of effort's gone into this one, and I'm really pleased with it. If I was to ever keep one, which I've been saying for years and never have kept one, it'd be this one. Just everything If I was to build one for myself, it would be like this. These colours, everything. If I ever did build one for myself, I would replicate this one, because I'm really happy with it. All we've got to hope for now is it starts up and behaves itself. Anybody who owns Enfields know how that can go. They can behave themselves, they can be playing up, or they can behave themselves, then out the blue start playing up. It's one of them. I always say it's like when I've sold these bikes on the internet, I always say to people, you've not just bought a bike, you've bought a hobby. You've got to look after it, you've got to get to know it. You got to keep on top of it. It's not a modern Japanese bike, you know, where you just keep getting on it, starting it and riding it every single day. You have to learn these things and definitely keep on top of them and look after them and have mechanical sympathy for them, or else they will let you down. They will give up, and it just comes out the blue with them. Hopefully this one will go all right. But yeah, it does help if you know how to use your spanners. It's the same with all custom bikes, really, in my opinion, because you've took something that's had gazillions of hours of testing and things like that, you know, all the development. You've just gone and destroyed all that and chopped it up and changed it, but you haven't got like the wherewithal to put a gazillion hours into testing again. So yeah, some custom bikes, some more than others, you do have to have a bit of knowledge about them to keep them going. You, whoever owns them, you become that guy who's doing all that testing, and sometimes a bit of a development on the way, and chopping and changing, improving things. Anyway, I think that'll do me. The next video on this, we will take it off the bench, rig it up to a fuel bottle and see if it'll start, and then we're just waiting for the tank and mudguard then. Anyway, that'll do. Cheers for watching, guys. Take care.